بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وإمام الأنبياء والمتقين محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وأصحابه المنتجبين. السلام عليكم جميعا, dearest and most esteemed TESOL Oman board members. How lovely to meet with all of you. Unfortunately, not in presence, online, but can still see all of you, hear all of you, which is very good, very important. Ramadan Mubarak to all of you, inshallah. And gorgeous occasion, inshallah. This is Ali Al-Isa, and on behalf of also Anwar Mursi, we are the founders of TESOL Oman, and it is our privilege to be with all of you today on the occasion of the official launching of TESOL Oman. In fact, it took both of us great effort and relentless work to reach this far. And in fact, we could not have done it without your endless support, ladies and gentlemen, which we sincerely hope will continue for as long as one wishes it to be so. One of our prime targets, after having been involved in ELT Oman for almost 3 decades, through which we experienced a variety of situations and witnessed substantial changes in ELT policies and practices, is to set up our own professional development organization, which is TESOL Oman, where all of us are welcomed aboard to share and exchange professional knowledge. Experience and research have clearly shown that ELT in the Sultanate of Oman has continued to struggle, unfortunately, year after year, probably even without further exaggeration, day after day, to meet the expectations and fulfill the dreams and aspirations of hundreds of thousands of students, teachers, parents, and many more key stakeholders, which has motivated us to start and find a new avenue represented in TESOL Oman to contribute to solving some, if not hopefully, inshallah, all of these problems to help advance our profession and pay back Oman some of the debt. As a global language, English in Oman has always had significant values for all those involved in its theorization and implementation. However, teaching English has continued to lack rigor and underachieve for multiple reasons. By launching TESOL Oman today, or should I say tonight, we are hopeful that we will, inshallah, join hands to delineate a better future for the upcoming generations. However, while TESOL Oman is a purely local endeavor, it will always remain global in its mission and vision, and vows to work hard to push the boundaries of ELT professional knowledge in all directions, inshallah, and make the most of the reform opportunities that come across its way. And now I hand the floor to Professor Anwar Mursi to take care of the rest of the introduction.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Thank you so much for your wonderful speech. We would like to emphasize that the TESOL Oman is a professional association for all those individuals who are actively involved in advancing the professions beyond the borders of the Sultanate of Oman. TESOL Oman is funded and supported by Manahil Al-Khawair International, MAKI, in the Sultanate of Oman, our company, me and Dr. Ali. Therefore, since we firmly believe in collaboration and teamwork, you are welcome to participate and be involved in this organization the way you feel you can best add to its improvement and the progress. So now, as you might have noticed from the conference program, each head of TESOL Oman committees will present about the objectives, description, and the future plans and aspiration of his or her own committee with an aim to highlight how TESOL Oman is intending to play an active and dynamic role in to influence a change on the national and international arena. So now we are going to start. Our first presenter today is Dr. Khadija Al-Balushi. She is the head of teacher professional development. Dr. Khadija Al-Balushi is an academic program senior specialist working in the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. She holds MA in TESOL Teacher Education 2008 from the University of Leeds, UK, MSc in Education Research 2014, and PhD in Education 2017 from the University of Exeter, UK. So, Dr. Khadija, the floor is yours. Dr. Waleed, please, you can share the screen with her. You are mute, Khadija.
Oh, yes. Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام.
كل عام وانتم بخير. I think I have to present from my side, yeah?
Yeah.
We just a window.
You are mute, Waleed.
So, Doctor, is it a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so you go to Present Now button that shows at the bottom right side.
You know, then a window choose.
And then Window, exactly.
Then I choose a window.
Window, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if any of our attendees has any question or any inquiry, please leave your comment or inquiry in the chat box. And I guess Dr. Khadija is showing her presentation. Actually, it is the entire your own laptop or your PC. Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay now. I hope all can hear me. Actually, I am the head of the Professional Development Committee, and I have more than 10 members who showed interest that they would love to be part of the Professional Development Committee, though I was expecting more, since professional development is a key for every one of us. And I thought that this way we will be even sharing knowledge and learning from each other. But anyway, let's start off our vision and the mission we are expecting to work through TESOL Oman. And I called actually the title Professional Development for TESOL Teachers because I thought the largest number of TESOL community, not only in Oman, but worldwide, are TESOL teachers. And I don't mean only school teachers, but even university teachers and so on. So for me, this is the key, the highest number of targeted people that we should actually think about. Now, this is the outline of my presentation. TESOL Oman PD committee members, their roles and responsibilities. And as I said before, TESOL teachers, so we need to think seriously, how can we know about TESOL teachers' needs, how we can collect and analyze those needs, and how to fulfill them. This is what we are going to discuss in this presentation. And we need to think seriously about the TESOL Oman annual plan, which should include some PD events, professional development events. These are the members who showed interest. Actually, I sent an email to them asking them about their views, but unfortunately only, I think, 3 responded to my emails. So what you will see in this presentation are the ideas of the 4 of us. So you are more than welcome during the discussion to share your ideas, your knowledge. Maybe you might have better ideas about the professional development of TESOL teachers. So let's see what we have. Now, the PD committee members' role and responsibilities. We were thinking, actually, those of us who responded to...
Sorry if I'm cutting you off, Professor Khadija. Actually, your PowerPoint is not showing. I thought that you have like breakout, that you have different parts.
No.
So are you
It's
presenting?
showing. I didn't put stop sharing. Why it's not showing?
Okay, you can represent.
Shall I do again?
Okay, do it
Shall
again.
I do again?
Okay.
Let me mute this. Present now.
Mm-hmm.
Window. And we are here. Share. Can you see?
Not yet. It is
Yes.
showing
Now, yeah. Now it's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And
Now it's okay.
what about? Okay. What about now? Can you see me? Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
You mean the presentation, Professor? Not yet.
And
So
No, the presentation is here, Waleed. We can see it.
Okay. Okay, Professor.
We can see the presentation now. Go on, Dr. Khalid.
Okay, so we can we thought of asking TESOL Oman Professional Development Committee members about the roles and responsibilities that they are interested in and what tasks or duties they can do. We can summarize these and then divide the roles and responsibilities among us as PD committee team members. So I thought of such a table with the name of the member, what suggestions they can have for their roles, responsibilities, and they can share with the team their talents or tasks that they can do. And from there, we can think of, okay, we as TESOL PD team, how can we contribute to TESOL teachers' professional development? We thought of designing an online survey on PD, professional development, which can have topics TESOL teachers or practitioners need, which can have gaps in TESOL practices according to research and literature about the TESOL situation in Oman. This online survey to be designed and sent to TESOL teachers, practitioners, involving some questions such as, from the list below, check all PD topics that are of importance to your professional development learning needs. Critical applied linguistics or critical pedagogy in Oman, what are the challenges and opportunities related to it? Critical thinking in the classroom and how to activate the 21st century skills through ELT. Action research for ELT teachers, reflective practice, collaborative teaching and learning methods, learner-centered DLT, teaching mixed ability classes, ELT classes, teaching English communicatively, working with EFL students, the use of technology in ELT. One of the topics, again, that is receiving much attention and research in Oman currently is this one, how to use technology, utilizing technology in ELT. New possibilities in language learning classroom, English as an international language versus EMI, English as a medium of instruction, challenges and opportunities again, translation and interpretation, and maybe some more ideas. And we can ask them to add any other ideas that they think they would benefit from as part of their professional development, learning needs. Okay, so we thought of like designing an online survey, sending it to teachers and collecting their needs. So after we collect their needs, we can analyze the survey, assess teachers' needs, summarize the topics that TESOL teachers or practitioners say that they really need. After summarizing those, we can share it with the TESOL committee members, who we should be part of actually the summary. But anyway, anyone else who is interested from the TESOL Oman members to be part of this, because I believe everyone should contribute in a way or another to the professional development team, because at the end we are all contributing to each other, sharing knowledge, learning from each other. Every one of us has some kind of expertise that he or she can share with others. So we thought of sending the form to not only TESOL Oman committee member, not only the professional development committee members, but to the whole TESOL Oman members. They can share with us the kinds of topics that they can deliver based on teachers or those practitioners' needs. I will show this in the coming slide 8. We can add the professional development events based on what the different TESOL members say that they can do to meet teachers' needs. to our PD annual plan, okay, which again I will show an example, slide 9. Other suggestions or more suggestions for TESOL teachers or practitioners professional development is we are seriously thinking of a participatory professional development by participating TESOL practitioners in the planning of such events, in the delivery maybe of such events, so they can participate in some of them, they can run some of them, and we can attend.
Sorry,
experience. Yeah?
Sorry again, Professor Khadija. Can you reshare your slides because it's not moving? Your presentation is not moving. This time, can you just share the entire screen?
Okay.
So everything you have will be displayed and shared with all attendees.
Okay, let me
That's
stop
a safer option.
first, but then show entire screen.
Yes, that is plan C. That is plan C, not
Yeah,
B.
that's why you are here.
Okay, and then after that, what will I
tech
do?
issues happen.
Yeah,
Yep.
no problem.
Okay.
And then?
Entire screen, and then you need to click in the middle of the picture, then share.
Okay.
Good.
Middle of the picture. Which picture? Ah, here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It shows.
And share.
Mm-hmm.
Share.
Exactly.
Now, can you see my PowerPoint? Ah, yes, okay.
Yes, it's reflecting the entire screen.
Presenting to everyone. Okay. So can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So these are participatory. We are thinking of a participatory professional development where TESOL teachers and practitioners, not only us as TESOL PD members, professional development members, or TESOL Oman members, but every single teacher who is interested or practitioner who is interested in joining us can share their ideas with us. They can plan with us. They can deliver with us some events. We also thought of having a clear purpose of the PD events, which are linked to research, as I said before, which are linked to teachers' needs, as I said before, and goals. Creating a forum, we thought that this is one of the basic things that we need to do, and I know that we discussed about this in our first meeting. For TESOL, maybe Oman, but we need to have a forum as part of that for the TESOL PD committee and practitioners to communicate and exchange ideas, like what we call it SIG, special interest groups. We can have special interest groups as part of our conference or forum or whatever. We need to focus on practical ideas, how to incorporate relevant practicals, hands-on activities. Maybe we can activate workshops. We need to think also of varied delivery methods, variety of delivery methods that can suit also so many teachers can, or many practitioners can participate. Like we can have some face-to-face events, some online events, some blended events. Even if we have our face-to-face events, those need to be available for everyone to see them online. This is the idea I talked before, that we can share it with the TESOL Oman and the PD committee members, so they can write their names, what event they can offer, what example workshop or presentation or whatever. They can give the title, why they are thinking that this topic is important, which in a way or another, we are trying to match what they suggest compared to the teacher's needs analysis we did. They can give us a description of event, time, location, what resources they need. And we can add all of those events after we collect them from the different PD committee members and TESOL Oman committee members to an annual plan, which shows each month what we are expecting during, let's say, 2022. Let's say, for example, in January, we are running 3 events. In, for example, beginning of January, we are running a workshop by مثلا Dr. Khadija on action research. On maybe June, we are running another event, blah, 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 and so on. So we have our plan ready from the beginning of the year for the whole year with the dates, exact dates, and what type of PD event it is exactly. And this will, I mean, PD annual plan should be, we should work together, I mean, with the whole TESOL Oman annual plan. So there will be no contradictions between the times, the location of events, and blah, blah, blah. So if we are running any other events as part of the TESOL Oman different events, this should be part of our plan and part of the plan at the same time. Another thing is we thought of going internationally and the PD outreach. We thought after having a well-established local reputation among TESOL teachers and practitioners in Oman, we can move internationally. Let's say after maybe a year or so, after TESOL teachers start hearing about us, after we start having many committee members and we start being well-known in Oman, we can move internationally by talking our PD services beyond Oman for the international TESOL community. Example, through having partnership with international bodies or communities such as TESOL Arabia, Nile TESOL, ITEFL, etc. We can collaborate with those international communities to share and exchange PD of teachers and practitioners, for example, online courses, joint conferences, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the idea of going international is we are aiming at promoting a professional cooperation in English language teaching, maintaining an international network of support and communication. This is an excellent way to market to TESOL Oman, not only inside the country, but even outside it, and connect ELT teachers and professionals from Oman with other ELT professionals internationally. And from my own experience, actually, of being an in-service trainer sometime, the majority of English teachers in Oman, what they are thinking about, okay, we are having training, we are having this ELT conference in Oman. What about internationally? So if we can have this kind of letting Omani teachers join even online through in international events, they would really appreciate it. And at least we will be marketing not only for TESOL Oman, but for the country. The way ahead, what we are thinking is delivering PD sessions to TESOL teachers according to our professional development annual plan, as I showed in slide 9. Assess those PD events after we deliver them. We can have an event evaluation for example. And once we evaluate those events, we can plan future TESOL Oman sessions accordingly. We can rotate the delivery. This is something important we were thinking about, and I personally like it a lot. We can rotate the delivery of PD events across the Sultanate. So let's say in January, we have an event in Muscat. In February, we have another event in Salalah. Maybe it might be a face-to-face event, but since it's online, those teachers from Salalah and practitioners can participate face-to-face in the event, but it's available online to all other practitioners in the Sultanate. So we can rotate it in the different governorates of the Sultanate. And another way of marketing for Oman, not only for TESOL Oman. We can encourage practitioners, ELT teachers, supervisors, teacher trainers to join TESOL Oman community. We need to have a very well-planned marketing plan so we can market ourselves. We can encourage practitioners, I mean teachers, supervisors, whomever is in the ELT field, to plan and deliver PD sessions to the TESOL Oman community, not only, as I said before, us as PD committee members. So we need to go international. That's all. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you are most welcome. I think I have to share it. Shall I stop sharing? Yes, stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khadija. The floor for the audience. If you wanted to ask any question, Dr. Khadija, welcome any question. I think you give us a very good vision for what we are going to do. And actually, we have planned that. We missed you, by the way, last Saturday when we have the transition, where we talk a lot about these things. But thank you so much that you introduce all of these fruitful ideas, and be sure that we will take all of this into consideration. So please, do you have any question to Dr. Khadija so you can ask her? Free the mute, Waleed, please, because maybe somebody wants to ask, but all of them are muted.
Everyone can unmute himself, by the way.
So anybody wants to
So
ask?
I guess Dr. Khalid is unmuted.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. No, no, I felt the plan is quite very detailed, which at least we compare it to ours, because everyone will look at it differently. And I do see that a good plan is there, and the idea of marketing is a very key thing there. And I think by time it will go. Although it looks like your plan might be stated as starting in January, I don't know if that's still under discussion with all TESOL Oman. So that's the key thing. I do just support your idea of marketing issue. That's my concern.
Yes, as regard marketing, it's good that we have Ali join, Ali Riyami, and Ali is an English teacher trainer in the Specialized Center for the Professional Training of Teachers. I was actually thinking of teacher trainers. I mean, as a person, myself, who was the head of training one day, I was responsible about English training in the whole Sultanate. So we have those English trainers in all governorates in Oman. And in every governorate, we have a number of English teachers, English supervisors. I was thinking that we can make use of those trainers in the different governorates and in the main training center, I mean, in the specialized center, to help us as gatekeepers to reach the teachers, to market. I don't think it's that much difficult, but we actually need to sit together and we need to plan it really well. So Ali, I don't know if Ali is hearing me or...
No, but Dr. Khadija, the question here will be, as an organization here now, as quite a new one, is it dealing with the ministry itself directly will be a case here, or shall we can have kind of a cooperation with the, because our target is mainly coming under the Ministry of Education here. If we talk about TESOL and even Minister of Higher Education. So I don't know if we can get into kind of cooperations, a very clear.
I totally agree with you, Dr. Khalid, but why I was thinking of TESOL teachers, in all TESOL, when I read about, actually this was my dream to have such a TESOL community in Oman, like TESOL Arabia, Nile TESOL, IETFL, and when I was in the UK, I was an active participant in the different communities there. I am part of the SIG, Professional Development SIG in TESOL since maybe 2001 of IETFL. What I noticed that, and when I sit with those people who were part of those board members, they are always talking about TESOL teachers. I mean teachers in whether general school teachers or higher education teachers. Why? Because they are the highest community in reality. If we talk about English teachers in Oman, we have 8,000 plus, nearly 9,000 English teachers we have in Oman. 5,000, over 5,000 and a half are Omani English teachers, and we have 3,000 plus expats from different nationalities. So if we could reach 9,000 English teachers at school, plus how many thousands of English teachers at university level, then we are reaching the largest community in the country. And I totally agree with you of such kind of cooperation. In terms of the Ministry of, in terms of the higher education, I don't think it's that much difficult, because having participants from different institutions, I think we can start marketing in our institutions. We have Dr. Ali and Waleed and different other members from SQU, so we can start marketing at SQU, at private colleges and universities. I am there, so we can start marketing there, and so on. So we can start marketing at the different, but for me, reaching the highest TESOL community in Oman, who are English teachers and then English supervisors, English teacher trainers, will really give a bonus to us. Will really market well for TESOL Oman. And teachers, believe me, they are just waiting for such chances. As a person worked with teachers from 2005 till 2013, they always like to be involved in such kinds of events.
We will thank you so much, Dr. Khadija, and thank you, Dr. Khalid. We will definitely give an opportunity to all those probably underprivileged stakeholders to be brought into the system. And we want to hear their voice, definitely. I mean, this is what the whole thing is about. I mean, to be able to establish successfully TESOL Oman is to give voice to the voiceless. It's that simple.
Exactly.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Manahal Al Khawair International. the Maki, as we called it at the very beginning when we delivered the speech. We are also taking care of this business, and everything will go through it. I mean, it's not going to be scattered in that way, but we will try to keep all the efforts organized, join them really well, and work accordingly, move accordingly, inshallah, and advance the whole thing accordingly. It's teamwork at the end of the day for everyone here, inshallah.
I agree.
Together,
Teamwork is more
we will reach
success.
our target. We will involve all these people. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Thank you, Dr. Khadija. So now we come to the second presenter. Is Dr. Khalid Al-Jardani, Research Committee, TESOL Oman. Dr. Khalid holds a PhD in Curriculum Evaluation and Quality Assurance from the University of Malaya, Malaysia. Master degree in TESOL from the University of Birmingham. He was my colleague, by the way. And BA Bachelor in TESOL from the University of Leeds. His particular interests include the study of curriculum development, teacher training, self-assessment, and the quality assurance. And he has published a number of articles in relation to these areas. So, Dr. Khalid, the floor is yours for 20 minutes. So we are waiting for you, yes.
Thanks a lot. I hope you can see the screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm just representing here the research committee as one of the members there. And also we have Rohina, I think she's here, plus others who has done or helped me a lot, even in talking and thinking about the research committee, and even in outlining the research committee presentation itself. The key thing here is that we haven't get into detail like the other committee there. We thought just to get into general issues about it. So we thought of what shall we do, and one of the things here is to encourage and promote to do with the research in the field of TESOL, as we are a research committee, and then we also get into conducting kind of a research also relevant to TESOL and focusing on Oman specifically, and even prepare if kind of research projects based, of course, on the members of TESOL Oman experience and experts in even getting into developing, evaluating research, and even getting into analyzing the gaps in the Omani TESOL, and try to help and even support others in such thing. Other thing is we thought that we shall also enhance research projects to do with management, helping and supporting and monitoring, as well as implementing those research outcomes, which is also kind of stressed in the next one, which is to utilize those research make sure that they're utilized in order to help with the quality of ELT, whether theory and even practice in Oman. Of course, proposing new research topics, helping with could be innovation, methods of teaching, and of course, it's only to do with TESOL and English language teaching in Oman. Review applications, if that's to do with supporting other committee to do with TESOL Oman Journal, as well as develop kind of criteria, helping in that for submission and even for revision. Proposing a new direction in research and publication to do with TESOL Oman. So that's to do with the research committee and what we are planning to achieve. Everyone, as we agreed in our committee, is expected to achieve effective academic oversight, I mean, of the quality of research, and also to do with the research training. We are expected members to participate in committees meetings within the committee itself, and even supporting other committees, and even take an active role in research committee projects whenever just come up any kind of a project. Advise members on relevant areas, and that's also to develop and monitor and complete research projects, and even supporting other members within the TESOL Oman. Our plans is to provide a professional platform for teachers and researchers to discuss issues related to teaching English and conducting research in Oman. So I think that kind of a developing certain places, kind of a platform where we can easily get into teachers, senior teachers, supervisors, teacher trainers, and even teachers in higher education to do with the foundation level, have a kind of a discussion and kind of exchanging experiences in such field, identify and evaluate areas even in research, and even evaluate any kind of challenges related to research in the field of TESOL Oman. Also, we might get into working on policies level and procedures to support researchers, and advise and make recommendation for any kind of research, the ethical side of it. As we are thinking of how experienced my team is, and even the whole group of TESOL Oman. I think that's our target, our kind of plan, or the way we try to present it is quite different from Dr. Khadija, where she get into a bit detailed thing. But I think that level we can get to it a bit later, as soon as we finish this first conference, and we might get into the committee again and get their input of how to get into it.
Thank you, Dr. Khalid. Thank you so much. And I think now, if any one of you wants to comment on what Dr. Khalid mentioned, so the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Abu Muhammad, Dr. Khalid. Very interesting talk, to the point, very concise. It's very important, Khalid, that we don't keep looking at ourselves as if we are competing against each other here. Whatever is happening in your committee is definitely complementing whatever is happening in Khadija's committee, and vice versa. All these committees at the end of the day will see themselves, whether we like it or not, integrated, interconnected, helping, supporting each other, working towards one objective, which is very important actually. Now you are working on research, and Khadija's working on helping teachers to develop. Teachers need to grow as researchers as well. Most of the researchers in our community are teachers. So as you can see now, how the two concepts here, and if we call them two practices, are really, really very well connected. And everybody now talks about teachers as learners. Learning comes through research, obviously, and researchers without reflection on their teaching, they will always lack something. So let's now try to see all those 6, 7 committees we have as one, actually, as one body of TESOL Oman that falls under this huge umbrella of advancing the profession, advancing ELT in Oman, and then in the near future, inshallah, stretching its hands of assistance beyond the cyberspace of Oman, inshallah, to be able then to join effort internationally. Thank you very much again, Khalid. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Thank you, Dr. Khalid. I just wanted to add all these thoughts, all what is mentioned now, we are going to plan it and put in paper. We are going to design a plan for us for the whole year annually and each 2 years until, inshallah, 2025, if we are still alive. So we just drew the lines for everybody, for the new generation. We just wanted to add something to the context, and I hope that
I believe, Dr. Anwar, we are all optimistic, by the way.
Yeah, I hope so.
We're all optimistic.
So
how are you?
now, okay, Dr.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
So now we go to our third presenter today is Mr. Nasr Al-Hindasi. Is he available? Nasr Al-Hindasi, Public Relations Committee. I don't know. Is he available or not? Because I have some people, by the way, here from China, some of my friends from Dr. Yahya with us, and 2 from Saudi Arabia, but Al-Hindasi is not here. Have you heard about him, Waleed? Dr. Ali, did he call you? or
No,
did he say something?
nothing. Unfortunately, maybe he has some
Maybe he has some problems. No problem.
compulsory
No, we can
circumstances,
jump. No
maybe.
problem. Maybe no, I don't know what is happening, but we can go to the Mr. Osama Sayed, organizing committee. Are you ready? Are you there, Dr. Osama?
Yes, doctor, I'm here. Assalamu
Yes.
alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum salam. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so now it is time for Mr. Osama Sayed, the head of organizing committee. Mr. Osama is English language literature at the University of Technology and Applied Science in Shiraz. He has got his MA in TEFL, CILTA, and he has a master trainer. So the floor is yours, Mr. Osama.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Anwar, for offering me this opportunity. I'm here to talk on behalf of the organizing committee. Since I was selected as the head of the organizing committee, I've been thinking on how to make TESOL Oman stand out from the crowd and be very special. That's why I contacted my team members, and we came up with some ideas, and I'm gonna share my slides now. Some of these ideas were already executed.
Is everything okay, Dr. Osama?
Yes, I guess you can see now my screen, right?
Perfect, yes.
Okay, so in the first slide here, I'm talking about our goals and values. Here we feel that our goal actually, it's not just to organize what we call it an event, or a professional event. It's all about adding values to the attendees here. And by the values, I mean that we should drive some change actually in the current practice of the teachers. And if we can, develop the way that teachers teach and make that more effective actually. And here in the second idea, we want all the sessions actually to be interactive. So we ask the presenters and the trainers also to use interactive ideas. So they might use some apps maybe, and they look for some ways that they make the attendees engaged and collaborate with each other. And this also will help us achieve the first goal, that we add value to the attendees. The second idea here that I requested Dr. Anwar to establish a website, and he already started on that. Then I also recommended that we record all our sessions and training workshops. This, we will use in the future when we share all the recordings on our platforms and websites. And we also suggested that we use a variety of professional development activities. It's not just we hold a conference. No, we can go also for panel discussions. And if the presenter can't come to Oman, maybe for one reason or another, then they can record also the presentations and share it with us, and then we we play that in the conference. It's fine. We can also go for some free and paid workshops. I'm talking personally. I've never seen students presenting, in front of the teachers, talking about their problems and dreams. So maybe our TESOL Oman should be different by inviting some students or students representatives to talk in front of us and talk about their problems, their dreams. And this also will help also the researchers, and to actually hear from the students. Another idea I also requested creating a YouTube channel, and I guess Dr. Anwar started that one already. We need also to create a logo and a slogan for TESOL Oman, and these logos must be registered. So it will be like our our excellent, sorry, or private logo. So this one should be ours and not be used by other, places. And regarding the conference proceedings, I suggested that we have both print and soft copies of that. Print maybe for the people who will attend in person, and the soft copies later will be shared, uploaded and shared in the website and also our platforms. I suggest also that we have some ideas, aside from the main conference itself, like art exhibitions, job fair, book fair, competitions, sightseeing tours in Muscat. This also will help us achieve our goal, adding value, because it's not just, this is how I imagine the conference actually. It's not just someone who goes to like a professional development site just to attend some workshops. No, it should be like a wonderful experience for the person, a memory that maybe the person will never forget. And this also will increase actually our attendees and the participants, because such things attract more people to attend. I mentioned that already, that we should have representatives from from teachers and students who stand in front of the attendees, talk about their issues, their dreams, problems, and we discuss such things with them. And in every conference, we usually come up with some recommendations, which I feel that these recommendations should be shared with the concerned authorities. It's the organizing committee, or maybe the Dr. Ali and Dr. Anwar, who will decide to whom the recommendations should be sent and shared and maybe discussed. We might invite some concerned people to discuss the recommendation with them, again, according to the problems that we discuss in our conferences. This is something important here, that when we talk about the membership plans, we need fund actually to make sure that our events will keep running. That's why we should have membership plans which suit everyone. And by the membership here, I have some categories like teachers, researchers, parents, guests, and the students. Again, we will decide the fees for each category. And another way that we can get some fund and resources, like income, we can have some sponsors. And here we can contact some local and international sponsors to fund our events. And then we can also offer some paid services for the researchers and attendees. One example that we can, for example, ask the attendees to complete some surveys, maybe for some researchers. It's sometimes hard to for the people who pursued their PhDs, for example, to find the sample who should respond to their surveys. And this might take time from them. So if we can offer the service while the attendees are present and they responded to such surveys, and we take money for that, So this also will be one source of the income for the conference. We can also advertise some brands during our events. This is also another idea. That's all from me, but this doesn't mean that we closed the door. Actually, no, we are still thinking of some more ideas. And once we start the first, inshallah, first conference, then we might come up with more ideas and useful ones. Thanks for listening.
A very big thank you, Mr. Osama, for these wonderful ideas.
Thanks,
I can admit that some of them can be practical, some of them cannot be. That's why I and my lovely friend, Dr. Ali Laisa, we carried all the responsibilities for funding, and we just wanted to do. But I know that it will cost us much time and money and efforts. We cannot go without you, of course. But these ideas,
but
okay,
doctor, it's not always free that people.
I know, Sam, I know. But believe me, we just
want people attend and they don't pay.
Yeah,
it's
no,
okay.
We just wanted to. I will leave the floor to Dr. Ali Issa. Maybe he can speak more about this point. But for me, for the logo, believe me, I went to the ministry to get the logo. They asked for too much money. I said no need for the logo at the beginning. We can wait. So a lot of things, by the way, we paid it ourselves, but we cannot. I'm telling you, all of these wonderful ideas are okay, but we cannot ask people to pay now. It takes time. Ali, you can add whatever, Dr. Ali, you can add whatever you want.
Thank you very much, Anwar. Thank you, Osama. That's a fascinating presentation. I loved every word you typed there, honestly. I mean, a lot of thinking has been put into it, and I can see the effort, and it's much, much appreciated, Osama. I mean, look, I worked with you for a number of times over the past few years, and I know how amazing your thinking can be, honestly. I absolutely love giving voice to the voiceless. When you said students presenting, even parents can be brought into the whole thing here. We can even ask, look, parents now are not the same 30 or 40 years ago, and they definitely want their voices to be heard. They've been absolutely oppressed, and this is probably the platform for them to emerge and talk about their concerns, share them with us, propose suggestions, suggest solutions and all that, and this will definitely make a big change for our goals and objectives. I loved it when you said we need to combine language with culture here. Absolutely, with English being a local language now, a global lingua franca. Yes, this is how we need to treat it now. It no longer belongs to the UK or the United States of America. No more. It's a global language, and we need to look at it from this perspective. Yes, there are a few things here and there. We will consider them, definitely. We cannot overlook those issues which you brought up, Osama. But as Anwar said, we need to give things a little bit of time. Sponsorship, we can work on this. Other issues where there is money involved, financing and funding, we definitely also need to work on this. And look, ladies and gentlemen, your ideas, your support, your connections will also definitely help the whole thing moves on. And we need those ideas coming from you. As far as the slogan is concerned, probably you would like to take down note of this, Waleed, and start using it in the future. TESOL Oman, advancing the profession. This is our vision, mission in short, and it can be also our slogan, advancing the profession. And I would love to see it everywhere, because this is honestly our aim. This is what we would love to achieve, all of us, I bet. And thank you so much again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, I have a little contribution, if I may. I'd like to thank Dr. Osama. So one interesting idea that you can add up to the brilliant ideas that you have mentioned, Dr. Osama, is asking for some fees when we issue certificates. It's okay to give courses or workshops to the public, whether the participant is a teacher or even a parent. That is the idea that some international bodies already went or applied, like Future Learn, for example. So you walk in there, you attend a course, but if you'd like to go and collect your certificate, you should pay some money. So we can do the same thing in TESOL Oman. So still people learn, and this is what we need to do. So we serve the community.
This is
So
a fantastic
if you
idea.
like, and this is something that we applied in Nile TESOL, and everybody liked it, by the way. They are fine. We started some sort of big course that happened online last year, and we had almost 400 participants, not from Egypt only, but from 20 other countries. And it was, wow, it was beyond our expectations. So we can implement something which is even bigger here. Why not?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we can. I fully agree with you, Waleed, with all these fantastic people we have now online, sharing with us their concerns, their joys, their successes, and everything. This is definitely achievable. It is doable. There's no doubt about that. And as we said, it's only our first meeting, and goodness gracious, listen to those ideas. They're erupting from that TESOL Oman volcano. What a friendly, beautiful volcano, really. Thank you so much, John.
Nice volcano.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your comments. So now I think we go to our fifth presenter, Dr. CK, the head of TESOL Oman Journal. Dr. CK teaches English at the University of Technology, editor of Oman Journal of ELT, we hope so. He has presented papers in national and international conferences and published research papers in national and international journals. So, Dr. CK, the floor is yours, and all of us are listening to you. CK?
Dr. CK, hello?
His mic is not working, I think, or?
Still?
I hope we didn't lose him in the space.
No. He's opening, but it might something.
Or just give him... Okay, Dr. CK, we cannot hear you.
Send him a message, Waleed.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Waleed, can we ask NASA to find him for us?
Can we ask what? Sorry?
NASA? NASA?
NASA?
He must be lost somewhere on one of the planets, you see?
Maybe.
Where is it? No, he's saying, well, I'll send him a message.
We can ask for some affiliation with NASA then.
There you go. You know, let's be the pioneers for this, yeah?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. CK, you can start your presentation at least. So,
somebody caught him?
Okay.
Am I audible?
He's in.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much.
Professor.
At last I could escape from the space. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Thank you, Dr. Anwar and Dr. Ali, for giving this opportunity. And with that, I would like to present my slide.
Okay, you go to the present button that shows at the bottom, and then window, select window. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, you have selected the entire screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. No problem. Good. That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Carry on. We can see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So today I have two agendas to talk about. Number one, website. Number two, TESOL Oman journal. First, let me go to the website. I want to show you the website. Can you see the website?
No.
No?
Okay. Dr. CK, can you, if you are going to move around your desktop, you can reshare, but share the entire screen instead.
Yeah, I chose to share entire screen.
Can you do it again?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you can stop sharing.
Now it's okay.
Now it is okay. Yeah.
Now it's okay?
Yes.
Okay, so do you see the screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so at the top we have information about MACI, Manahal Alquare International Company. So we can see here the vision, mission, values, and the management team, and the services offered by MACI, and international affiliation, and research, and contact us other details. This is about the MACI, Manahal Alquare International Company. TESOL Oman is part of that. And on the left side, you see TESOL Oman. And click this one. You can see here introduction, founders, main sponsor, mission statement, TESOL Oman values, objectives. And then so special interest group membership, responsibilities, elected coordinators, organizing committee. So we have all the details about TESOL Oman here on the website. Since TESOL Oman is coming under Manahal Alquare International, it is part of this website. Now let me go back to, okay, when you are free, you can just explore the website yourself. Since we have limited time, I didn't go in detail.
Oh, feel free, doctor.
Yeah. So do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so the next part is the journal, TESOL Oman journal. So the journal will be part of this website, and it will be available here. So this is what I'm showing you on the screen. Okay, so what is TOJL stands for? TESOL Oman Journal of Language and Applied Linguistics. That's TOJL, short form. So we are going to launch this journal soon. It will be launched with an electronic international standard serial number. And we are also planning to index it in a reputed databases. The focus of the journal will be broader in scope. It's going to publish ELT, ELT teaching, and linguistics, and other related research papers. It's going to be an open access journal. So anyone can, it will be available on our website. So anyone can go and access it and download the article. And we are not going to charge any publication fee, article processing charge. And the frequency of the journal will be twice a year. So TOJL welcomes research papers that is of qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods in nature. TOJL also welcomes review articles, case studies, theoretical papers, and papers that deal with teaching tips based on teaching experience. Some of the points for consideration while submitting a research paper. So here the paper should deal with the main content theories clearly, should use a wide range of appropriate sources and integrate the key ideas from the sources into a coherent and analytical framework, should examine the issues from more than one perspective, outline and specify the limitations of the main implications of theory or policy and or practice, and it should have clear research questions. These are the basic requirements for the paper. And what is the review procedure for the journal? So the journal will have an internal review. The editorial team and the reviewers of TESOL will review the papers to check the quality, whether it meets the international quality of the journals. And also we will get expert reviews, expert from external sources. And the duration for the review will be approximately 4 to 6 months. Based on the reviewer's decision, reviewer's recommendation, the editor will take the final decision. This is the review procedure for the journal. And then what are the responsibility of the reviewers? The reviewer should employ an objective, independent, and critical assessment of the manuscript. The paper shall be sent to at least 2 reviewers. A reviewer shall adhere to the time limit agreed to review and send the reviews of the manuscripts. If reviewers are unable to review the article within the stipulated time, they should notify the editor immediately via email. Reviewers should keep the reviewed articles confidential. Reviewers should refrain from personal criticism. A reviewer should declare any conflict of interest with the articles that they are going to review prior to accepting the review assignment. Reviewers must not keep the manuscript for their personal use. So these are the responsibility of the reviewers. And then we have editor's responsibility. The editor shall work with the TESOL Oman steering committee to give a complete shape to the journal. So, which means we will work together. Editor should make sure that the publication of manuscripts in TOEFL meets the international ethical standards and quality. So, the another important criteria, because we're going to have TESOL Oman, so we should have a journal which meets the international quality. Okay, what is the format for manuscript submission for this journal? So the abstract should be 150 to 200 words. The keywords should be between 3 to 5. They should be listed in alphabetical order and in lowercase. Introduction, the topic has to be introduced and the research plan along with the rationale. Literature review, cite related literature of recent studies, use APA format through quotations. Method, discuss the method and methodologies adopted in the research paper. Instruments, discuss the data collection instruments and the reason for their choice. Procedure, how the study is conducted, that is the stages of the research. Research and discussion, here they should present the findings of the study. Conclusion, present the conclusions drawn based on the findings. References, follow the latest APA format. Appendices, if any supplementary materials that help understand the research paper better. So that has to be appended here. General requirements, manuscripts should be submitted in MS Word format. It should be between 6,000 to 8,000 words. Authors should provide a copy with full name, affiliation, email address, and phone number. The paper must be double-spaced in 4-point font, Times New Roman. Authors should submit a concise bio in about 50 words. Authors must declare that the manuscript submitted for publication is an original work. Authors should carefully read the comments and suggestions given by the reviewers and make changes accordingly on the manuscript. These are the general requirements on the part of the author. Yeah. In addition to that, we have 3 more. The manuscript should submitted to TOEFL should not have been submitted to any other journal for review or publication. Author should present the original data accurately. Author should check for plagiarism in their paper before submission. Okay, so now copyright is a very important area. Once the manuscript is accepted for review and publication, authors must submit a transfer of copyright agreement to TOEFL, which provides the journal with permanent right to distribute the paper. The authors will also retain their right. Thank you. Here at the end, what I want to tell is that we need to form an editorial team. We need to have more reviewers. So we need to have more members from other committees. So other committee members will be part of editorial team and paper reviewing team. So we have to work together to make it a grand success. So that's my request. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. CK, so much for your wonderful presentation about the website and the journal. So I ask everybody if you have any question.
Yeah,
The
I
floor
have
is
a
yours.
question. I'm
Yes.
raising my hand, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. You are welcome.
So I just wrote it in the chat box about the requirements. I believe that there must be some rigorous requirements in order to have the journals globally recognized. So what are they? And I believe that there are lots of steps that we have to make sure that the journal is moving towards being internationally recognized, or let me say accepted. So did you go through these things? Actually, I don't know them. I don't know those requirements. But as
Yeah,
a researcher,
we will
as
go
a
through them.
researcher, I know what I should be doing. But on the organizational level, that's new to me.
Yeah. So it should have an electronic international standard serial number. That's the first thing. The second
Okay.
thing, important one, is that it should be indexed in a reputed databases. This is the second step. We need the
Two
Must
eyes
be
quality.
must be
difficult.
there. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
So
takes
these are the
time, I
things we are
guess.
going to do first. Waleed,
No.
thank you very much. Yeah, these are the things we
Okay,
are going to
thank
do
you.
first. And then we will move on to the next steps, because we are going to have external reviewers. We are going to have reviewers from our own committees, and we are going to form editorial team. So miles to go. So this is the first step we have taken.
Yeah, Dr.
Thank
CK,
you.
thank you so much. Just my comment is I had a colleague from Iran when I was in the UK, and he left for Canada and he started his ELT journal, by the way. And when I spoke with him, he told me that the first point that you have to get the database, yes, but DOI is the second step. Then the DOI is very important. Why? Because since you have this one, the article that we receive in our website, it can be published for everywhere. For Google, you can find it on Google Scholar and blah blah, and you can find it everywhere. So it needs time, by the way, CK. That's why I told you in our
Yes,
communication, if you remember when we gave the feedback, I and Dr. Ali, that this task for you to be responsible for TOEFL is a very big task, and I know that you can do it, because I know I trust your abilities, and we know that you can do it. You are a hard worker, but it needs a lot of work, by the way, to
thank you,
have
Doctor.
journal, and we will be the first people to have a specific ELT journal in Oman. So it will be a credit for us. We have, of course, we publish a lot. I and Dr. Ali, we have our publication, all of you, but we wanted to increase the field. Why? Because we have a lot of students, other teachers who suffer a lot. I remember that I attended a presentation. You remember Dr. Yahya when I was in the Bremi in 2016, and there is a publisher who came and they make a presentation. He telling us about it's a very big business, by the way. But we don't talk about the business. We just wanted to add something to the field. We wanted to promote ELT in Oman. This is our target. As I told you, and as Dr. Ali said in our speech at the beginning, we wanted to add something to the field. We wanted to leave our fingerprint. We did not ask for anything from anybody. We are doing all our best just to develop the context. We feel this is our responsibility. Now we have spent 30 years are working, and we wanted to show to the people how can we serve the country in a very positive way. So thank you, CK. Thank you so much. And if anybody has a question, the floor is yours.
Thank
you
you,
very
Doctor.
much,
With your
Anwar.
support and Dr. Ali's support, definitely will rock.
Inshallah.
Thank you, CK. Thank you, Anwar. Yeah, and probably even one of the things that we need to take on board if we want to go global is the editorial team. We need to that need to be diversified. You cannot talk about only Omanis or only Arabs being on the editorial team. We need to go really international here. That flavor will always add something different and special to enriching and advancing the journal's quality. So that's another thing, probably CK for you, some food for thought for you to take care of here as you
Definitely,
are
Doctor.
going down
So
that road of
Dr. Yahya is raising his hand. He
Definitely,
has a
Doctor. Yeah.
question.
Yes,
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Yahya, you
Ali.
are welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Ali.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Really, I do appreciate hearing that TESOL Oman is in the progression. Really, I have a question here. Will the TESOL Oman journal will be peer reviewed? Whether it will be quarterly, monthly, and what are the terms of accepting the papers or abstracts? Can you answer this? Thank you. And by the way, I'd like to thank also Dr. Khadija and Dr. Usama and Dr. Anwar, Dr. Ali. And excuse me, I'd like to take your permission. If you give me that, I'd like to circulate TESOL Oman across Gaza and the West Bank. If you give me that permission, I will take the screenshot. I ask Dr. Anwar to do that. And after that, I will circulate that from Gaza to West Bank and in Birzeit and in different all universities in Gaza, because we have.
Welcome, Dr. Yahya. This screenshot, please, Dr. Waleed, you can take a screenshot to send it to him. No problem. You are welcome. You are most welcome.
So I keep taking screenshots, and this is recorded, by the way. Yes.
It's incredible, Dr. Yahya, that you are asking for permission. You don't have to do that. You are already part of this event now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You don't ask for permission. You do what we do exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Ali.
You are taking this to those heroes in Gaza.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those are the most underprivileged people on the planet, probably. And they deserve all that well-being. So please go ahead and circulate it to Gaza and beyond Gaza. And we will always be there to support you, whatever you ask for.
Inshallah. Really, Dr. Ali, just a minute, please. Dr. Khadija talked about professional development. Professional development really is very important. And really, I asked Dr. Riyad, he is the president of Gaza University, to join you. After taking permission, sorry for to say that, but you know, Doctor, degree is not enough, research is not enough, and professional development, all they are triangulation, they are integrated together. So I cannot be a qualified teacher without professional development. So professional development is very important. This is what I touched really, and I saw in my eyes here in Gaza, they lacked training in teaching, particularly PhD holders, because they do not aware that professional development is the way to give, to facilitate information to the students. Just, you know, until the moment, some people are lecturing, not teaching.
Dr. Yahya, we can assure you that we are more than ready, more than willing to talk with the Vice Chancellor of Gaza University and see how we can help him with this. I've been myself and even Professor Anwar, we've been doing these workshops. I mean, either long programs or one-off workshops for quite a long time now. We're covering different topics, different themes, different areas, and we would love to have a word here with the Vice Chancellor and see how we can help him and advance the profession in Gaza, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Dr. Yahya, I'd like to add to Dr. Ali on behalf of me and Dr. Ali, as we are the founder here, and you know that we have a lot of work can be done. You can inform Dr. Riyad, you know, and Dr. Wissam also, because, gentlemen, I was a plenary speaker with them 2 months ago about online teaching in their conference. So on behalf of me and Ali especially, we are ready to give all the workshops that are needed there for free, but it's a question of organizing timing, and you are welcome. Thank you so much.
One more piece of advice, Dr. Yahya, if you can also please
all of us are ready.
Have a look at the website, the Maki website. There is so much there that I'm sure you will benefit from and be able then to determine how you would like us to help you in the best possible way.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
So answering the questions, we'll go to CK, please. He asked the question about the terms of accepting the papers. The floor is yours.
Dr. Yahya, the journal is going to be peer reviewed. as you said, a peer-reviewed international journal it's going to be. And it will be, how many times it will be published in a year? It will be published twice in a year. How the paper is going to be selected. So we have already, I have mentioned here, what type of paper we are going to publish. We are going to publish qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods paper. Also, we are going to publish review articles, case studies, theoretical papers, and papers that deal with teaching tips based on teaching experience. These papers, once we receive it, we will send to, we will have internal reviewers. They will review it. After that, we will send it to external review. So based on the reviewers' recommendation, the paper will be accepted for publication. So the quality will be decided based on the recommendation of the reviewers, both the internal and external.
Thank you, Doctor.
If I may add, the review duration, Dr. Yahya, is 4 to 6 weeks. Not 4 to 6 months, as CK said earlier.
Yeah, I want to correct. Yes.
I'm sure that was very scary when people heard 4 to 6 months. I can assure you that CK is hungry, and it's time now for dinner. That's
oh, yeah, sorry, I said 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
But
Thank
we
you.
are
Thank
waiting
you.
for Rohina to cook something special for us.
Rohina, yes.
Everybody
Okay, of
knows
course.
she loves to
Of course,
cook,
of
so-
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
all. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
all.
Thank
So,
you.
thank you, Sike.
Thank you. Thank
So
you, Dr.
now
Ahmed.
we
Thank you, Dr.
thank
Ali.
you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we come to the sweetie and the active and the more marvelous person, and who activated us, and really who supported us with his soft fingerprint in Google, the Google trainer, Dr. Waleed Abu Mandour.
The wonderful
He
word.
is, no,
Everyone is
but believe
active.
me, yeah. But really, we appreciate your support, Waleed. You know that, and I did this, and Ali knows this very well. We are appreciating all. So Waleed Abu Mandour, he is MA in Applied Linguistics, and he is now a senior instructor of English language at Sultan Qaboos University, a teacher trainer, researcher, and he was a former Nile TESOL committee coordinator for over 20 years, and also with 20 years of teaching. So we got you with us, Waleed. Really, we are so proud that we have you among us. The floor is yours.
Actually, it is my
Can
pleasure.
I add a couple of words to that beautiful introduction?
Yes,
Sure.
Actually, we consider Waleed as the Arab Google God.
Oh, this is too much.
He's our AGG now, yeah? The Arab Google God, for sure.
Take care. We have some Chinese people with us. They think that he is G5.
I mean, look, I'm going global
G5.
anyway, so the Chinese people will welcome that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Professor, and thanks to everyone. Actually, it's all your support, and this is what we are trying to do to this country. And I'm sure that we have lots of things to do. Of course, no one can do it alone, but it's all teamwork. So let's get started and present this Educational Technologies Committee that I'm going to use the ETC as an abbreviation for that. So by the way, you can see, I guess everyone can see the screen that I'm sharing at the moment. Okay, you can see the logo that shows on the right side. That is the logo that I designed, by the way, and I can share the website that helped me creating this logo. You just enter few words and it will automatically do something for you. So we can do something like this without paying lots of money, by the way. So let me start differently. Instead of listing the aims and the what we are planning in the ETC, with this question, by the way, what do you expect from the ETC? And I'm sure that there are lots of international TESOL bodies, and we have ETC in lots of countries, but what do you expect to provide or to present special in TESOL Oman? So you can just, I'm giving you some time to just give me your answer here. I'm sharing the link in the chat box, so you can click it and just share your ideas. So what do you expect? So is there anything special that we can go for? Okay, I'm just giving like Few seconds, waiting for some replies. Okay. So we have almost 20 attendees, by the way. Okay, so what do you think? All right. So any participation, by the way? Okay, I got this idea, by the way. By the way, all the responses are showing anonymously to support all committees. Yes, in fact, this is one of the missions, by the way. Also, how to run. Okay, I'm going to show that.
Transitions.
Okay, I click something different. I click something different.
No, it comes one by one just to go through.
By mistake, I just clicked something wrong. Okay, things happen. So here I'm showing it again. Okay, so how to run sessions online effectively. Exactly, this is what we are going to do it, by the way. And there are lots of tips and tricks, by the way, that we can provide you with. And you know, technology is getting easier and more advanced to meet all our needs, and it's getting evolved, specifically these days because of the COVID-19, and everything is going upside down. Take TESOL Oman to the next level in terms of advancement. Thank you for that. I believe that this is Dr. Ali's suggestion, by the way. Okay, thank you. Really interesting inputs, by the way. So let's get into the aims that we have. I made a list of aims for the ETC, and I'm showing it to you. First, we would like to raise the awareness among ELT professionals of the power of learning technologies. These days, everything is happening online. And I don't believe that after COVID-19 is over, still the same educational institutions go on face-to-face. So they might think of doing it blended. So still that online or relying on some technology is there. So how we do this effectively, of course, there are different methods, lots of technology that we can implement. And this is what we are going to discuss in our workshops and events. Also, we are going to contribute to the knowledge base as to how learning technologies can be implemented for effective English language teaching learning. There are lots of things and very specific detail, very specific technologies which are mainly designed for language teaching. And there are many, by the way. So we are going to identify what they are and how we can use them in different skills, by the way. Also, we are going to develop members' expertise in the myriad of uses of learning technologies with their language learners. And this is something which is very significant. And also encourage the networking and online collaboration amongst the members. So we might think of having joint events together. So 2 different or 3 different committees working together on specific goals or a major project that would be really beneficial. One more thing is to support the other TESOL Oman committees with technical involvement. And this is, by the way, what I'm doing at the moment. I'm doing some sort of moderation with Dr. Ali and Dr. Anwar, by the way. So in terms of any sort of problems that they may happen during any events that we may organize in future. Also, we are planning to participate in outreach events, and that is what Dr. Khadija has mentioned, and Dr. Khalid also have mentioned, that we are all planning to go on outreach events, whether regionally or globally, okay, such as TESOL Arabia, TESOL International, Nile TESOL, and we consolidate concepts and effective practices in teaching, learning English. Also, we are planning to connect to educational and language research entities across the country and abroad by providing required facilities and support. And that will be very promoting, by the way, to TESOL Oman. And I'm sure that the organization committee can also support us with this, with achieving that aim. Okay, so what do we do exactly on the ground? So we organize EdTech related events in Oman, and at least 6 times a year. So every 2 months, they expect one event. This is what we are planning for now, right? That is, of course, will be sharing some of the up-to-date or updates on using technologies on teaching. Whether you are using Google, you are into Microsoft, of course, we have a good team doing so. We are going also to provide online courses for educators. So it's not going to be short or one-day workshops, but we can go on like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month of having an online course. It will be online these days, but hopefully we can have that face-to-face interaction as well. So for educators, and also bringing the latest theories, methods, practices on teaching and learning English. We are planning to bridging the gap between theory and practice. And by the way, all educational technology nowadays are based on what Dr. Puentedora have put it in the 2011, by the way, that is, we call it the summer model. So technology is levels, by the way. There are several levels of using technology. And we can take it up to the maximum, by the way. So we are not going to use technology as a replacement. By the way, I'm showing at the moment using a presentation, for example, that can be a replacement of using a regular board, blackboard, but including some activity or would make it more interactive, like what I did at the beginning of this session, by the way, or my presentation of asking you a question and you are answering me, and all your answers are popping up on the screen. I'm sure that many of you know that, but we want to make sure that all educators and fresh graduates are familiar with these sort of technology. And we can even make it more complicated and push it even further, and really advancing technology or advancing the profession, as the slogan of TESOL Oman. What else? We have lots to give. Actually, we are going to participate in other committees, events, to provide technical support. This is something that I already mentioned in a point earlier, but we may cooperate in moderation and integrate some methods of doing so. So we can provide like small group, let me say, short lessons. So it will be internal sessions on how to do something specifically, like using Google Meet. So some of the committee members are not familiar with Google Meet. So we're going to maximize the use of Google Meet. And what about the other technologies, like using Moodle or using Microsoft? There is always a way to improve. So this is what we are going to go on in the future and do in the future. Also, we are planning to provide support to educational institutions across Oman to apply versatile and intuitive technologies of educational through face-to-face or online meetups. We will publish ETC newsletter once or twice per year, inshallah, in collaboration with Dr. CK, by the way, and of course the research committee. Also, we are planning to build a community around learning technologies on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we have started already our YouTube channel, by the way. In Instagram, Facebook also, we are in the process of doing that. And once done, we are going to invite everyone to spread the word to everyone around. So this is it. And let me end up with this, by the way. The ETC is hiring people But by the way, this is voluntarily. This is a call for members to join the ETC. And you can apply right now using this shortened link, bit.ly/ETC members. Or you can just use the QR code that shows on the screen, by the way. So that's it. And I'm calling everyone to participate and become a member in the ETC. So if you think that you have the right knowledge and experience in using educational technology, please do apply. Thank you.
I don't know how to thank you, Waleed, for this wonderful and effective presentation. It is not a presentation, by the way, all of it, a question of very important tips, which is very necessary for everybody of us. I know now we transfer, I used to call Dr. Ali, we call ourselves as immigrants for technology, by the way. We taught ourselves, but we didn't study, and Dr. Yahya also the same. But we could do something, but still learning from you a lot.
I'm still learning.
No.
Still learning technology.
Believe me, I was in China. I got the technology there. I was in Malaysia. I got that technology there. But really, we got you, and we are so lucky that we have a person like you among us. So I will not ask, but I will leave the floor for the audience. Anybody, please, if you wanted to ask, Waleed is at your hands. So feel free.
Thank you so much, Waleed. It's a fascinating
Dr. Ali.
Short.
Thank you, Dr. Ali and Dr.
Tells the story, very helpful as usual. I mean, look, I'm sure the way you did it is going to attract so many people now to join ETC. I don't know whether I'm going to be one of them with all these commitments I have now.
My pleasure, by the way. My pleasure.
I will definitely give it some very, very serious thinking. But I'm sure there will be people. And look, the plan you've introduced here about all those short courses and even long courses, this is definitely a fundamental part of our mission and vision, serving the community. And
exactly,
I would love to see this on ground, really, to see it in vogue, inshallah. And I'm sure it will happen today. It will become a reality. Thank you so much, Waleed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ali, and thanks, Dr. Anwar, for having me in. So, and everyone. So if anyone has a question, please let me know. And by the way, I got to know that Osama is a certified MIE. That is Microsoft. Microsoft certified trainer.
He's going to be your right hand. You will be his left hand. I don't know, but then let's put it this way: you guys join hands.
I'll be both.
If he's interested, why not?
My pleasure.
Why not? Why not?
My pleasure. That was really fascinating.
So I'm waiting for someone from Apple, by the way, because Apple has their own educational applications that they made up.
Yes, Osama, the floor is yours if you want to comment.
Yes, I worked with Waleed in Shanas College. I know that they changed their name, and he was really a hard worker in the college, and he contributed a lot. So for me, it's not like it's not new that I know that Waleed is really has good knowledge about technology. Yeah. And he is really a good trainer for that.
Believe me, we are so lucky to have both of you. Dr. Khadija, the floor is yours if you want.
In fact, the whole group, by the way, the whole board.
Thank you so much.
Khadija has a question.
Yes.
Thank you, Waleed, for this really insightful presentation and ideas you presented. I would love to be actually part of this committee, but
apply now.
I'm not that much good in technology. I think you could give us a presentation on some of the these, we could say, techno tricks, which can help us as not only as head of committees, but as even committee members. And I believe, as Dr. Ali said at the beginning, we are all committees completing each other, because when you presented, I noticed that there are many ideas you are talking about. I was personally thinking of, and I think will be all completing each other, working together to make this special TESOL Oman a real success in the country and beyond, inshallah. Thank you very much for that. And
Thank
I
you,
believe
Dr.
that we need
Khadija.
to sit together. I think I need to sit with you at least to learn some of those tips and tricks so we can start in a better way than the traditional way of redoing it.
No problem, Dr. Khadija. Thank you so much for your your tips and your advice and your recommendation for Waleed. You know, we are, as I told you, we are lucky that we have him. But as we promised at the beginning of our conference, that we are going to organize some sessions once a month based on what will be recommended. We, of course, we recorded all the sessions, by the way. We will sit as a steering committee to organize what will be done in the future and be sure that Waleed, we will never give him a peace. He must be with us most of the time, and he's ready, by the way, Dr. Khadija. And I hope that COVID-19 will be. I don't know. I hope that after Ramadan we can get rid of all of this headache and we can meet face to face. So thank you, Khadija, and thank you, Waleed. If
Thank
anybody
you.
wants to comment,
For
you
a
are
minute,
welcome.
Actually, Dr. Dr. Ali Riyami
So, Waleed,
is mentioning something.
Where is
for
Ali
a
Riyami?
minute, I thought Anwar would say, I hope COVID-19 continues forever.
Why, man? Come on.
No.
I am dying. I am
The way
dying.
you paused it, I said, oh my goodness, this guy wants COVID-19 to
No, I'm
continue.
dying, Ali.
So
You know
that we
that.
continue online. That's very evil.
No. You know that. I miss meeting you. You know that, Ali. I miss
Absolutely.
meeting
Look,
you.
I would like to take this opportunity, yes, to stress the fact that everybody's aware that probably for us to be now internationally certified as a TESOL organization in Oman, we definitely need to run a few workshops, a few presentations, a few talks, and this is inshallah coming down the road. We expect everybody now. Look, we have so many people on board with PhDs, with a master's, and many of those people have done their thesis as well. We would love to hear. We want you to share this stuff with us in the form of a workshop or a talk, a seminar, whatever you suggest. I know we've got the teacher development committee, we've got the research committee, and we will see how whatever you propose can go under one of these two committees, and then it gets activated and it gets presented. And we get down and working on these things so that we get that international certification and recognition. And then we become even stronger and stronger. And we know that whatever we're doing is internationally certified and recognized. So I hope I'm not jumping to conclusions or trying to overcome anyone here. That's not the idea. That's not the issue. The issue is that we collaborate together. As I said at the beginning, it's teamwork, and we need to put our heads together, come up with those beautiful ideas, and probably do it even. I mean, Waleed suggested once every 2 months. I would go a little bit more bold, and I would say probably once every month. And we are capable of doing this. I mean, look at the members we have on board. They're amazing, and they have so much to offer here. So probably once every last week of the month will be great. And I'm sure there will be so many people who would be willing to benefit from whatever we say here. So thank you very much for everyone.
Thank you, Professor. So this is the how to contact TESOL Oman. By the way, this is the official emails. Thank you, Dr. Ali, and thanks to everyone. So to contact TESOL Oman, you can just send an email to tesoloman@manahilalkhuwairinternational.com, or you can just, you included the admin. Okay, the admin email. That is admin@manahilalkhuwairinternational.com.
excuse me, Waleed. Can't we shorten that link, Manahil Al Khuwair International? Can we go for the initials instead of?
It's difficult, but what I'm going to do is that I'm
Are
going
there
to
any
copy it.
restrictions on that?
We can't, because that is the domain that has been purchased, and accordingly we received our Google certified domain based on that.
Yeah.
I know it's a
Okay.
bit long.
We tried, Osama. Wallah, we tried, Osama, and Waleed tried a lot.
You
But we
did,
couldn't
okay,
change. Yeah,
because
but we
it
couldn't
looks long.
Stunning.
Osama, let's look at it from this perspective. It's very long, but it will definitely help you improve your spelling.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly, that's why, yes.
See?
Especially when it comes
See?
to Al-Khwir.
See, when you come to Khwer, Osama, be sure that you have to spell it
The
again.
spelling of Kha.
We all need some spelling lessons, believe me, Osama. We're using it online.
Yeah.
Dr. Ali is very optimistic, mashallah.
Good to hear from you, Rohina. Thank you.
So now, for all of you, the floor is open for any questions, any comments.
Yeah.
If you wanted to share anything now, you can speak up, and we are listening to all of you. So anybody wants to share us, give any advice, any comment, you are welcome. Before
We have
come to
15
the closing.
minutes before we round it up, inshallah.
Before we come to the closing
Yeah.
speech, yes. If you wanted to add anything, to comment, to tell us anything. I don't know, Ali. I think Dr. Ali, you asked about Adel Riyami. Is Adel Riyami or?
Khadija?
I think he left. Khadija, yes.
Dr. Khadija has
Riyami.
something to add.
Yes, Dr. Anwar, I was just about to ask, so what's next? What's after this conference? I know Dr. Ali just suggested something interesting, but I think we need to make it in a very organized way so we know where we are and where we are going, actually. So this is my question. Thanks.
The voice was not clear for me. Please, again.
Can you repeat? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Anwar. I was just asking about what's next after today's conference. I know Dr. Ali suggested, Dr. Ali Al-Isa suggested something interesting about we meeting and giving presentations, workshops, whatever. But I think we need to make this in a very organized, well-planned way. So we need to know where we are now and where we are going, our direction. Next month, the month after, what we are expected to do.
Okay, thank you for your question, Dr. Khadija. As I mentioned, I don't know if you maybe you skipped it or I speak in a fast way, but we say that we have a steering committee which consists of us, and I think you are involved in this committee, by the way. We are going to sort out all of these ideas and then put them in papers, and then we organize our coming sessions. As we said, it will be once a month, as I said, on Saturday, but you were not with us, as I told you before. So be sure that inshallah, we will have all the power after Ramadan to have it once a month, to give something new. Whatever you want and whatever we suggest, we will present it. We have all, you know that we have all our researches are available for you everywhere and anytime. Waleed Mandour with us here. Osama Said also is here. So all of us, we cannot ignore anyone. So whatever you want to present, we can present. But we will go for what you need first. So we'll have some priorities. The priorities, we will start with it. And as I suggested last Saturday, that we are going to present something. Each one will present something based on his thesis for MA or PhD, but we'll organize all of them. We'll be organized in a very specific way, and be sure, Dr. Khadija, inshallah, next month we will have a session. But I wanted to just to share it with you. It will be the first week in each month, the first Wednesday in each month. What do you think? Or the last Wednesday in each month, because we wanted to have in a regular way. Why? Because we have to make more sessions to get the official license for our TESOL Oman. Our target, you know that all of us, our target is to serve the country. We wanted to add something to the field. All of our ideas are in our mind, but we want to transfer all our experience to these new generations. Believe me, many teachers need to be trained. Many teachers need to, they ask me a lot of questions. and sometimes I couldn't answer most of it. And Dr. Ali is here, and he has this all the time, all of the people asking him. So this is our official floor where we can give the service to the people, to the
I
teacher.
can thank you so much, Anwar. If I may, Khadija, thank you so much. That's a terrific question, really. Look, we want everybody now to have a peaceful, holy Ramadan, inshallah, where you fast, relax, and enjoy. And inshallah, after Eid al-Fitr, we will definitely have a meeting again, obviously, online. And as Anwar said, we've taken down notes of everything we discussed today. We've got the recording with us. And we will work on a long-term plan at least till the end of 2021, in which we will include whatever we believe to be helpful, beneficial, feasible for our teachers, students, parents, as I said, those underprivileged stakeholders who have been completely left out, deprived from their voice to be heard. And we will see how we can activate this community service to the maximum, inshallah. But definitely we will have a plan. I don't want you to worry about that. It will be very systematic, very well organized, and serve as many stakeholders as possible, inshallah. This has always been the aim. This has always been the aspiration. This has always been the dream. And we'll make sure, inshallah, we make it come true together. Thank you, Khadija.
Yes, Waleed want to comment, or Khalid Gardani want to comment? Yes, Waleed.
My comments. Waleed, go on.
Oh, تفضل Khalid. Yes. Dr. Khalid, yes.
No, I can't. Okay, good. Now I think Dr. Ari has answered my question, or the question I was planning to ask, and which is quite closer to what Dr. Khadija was trying to say. Basically, I think in order to make it very clear for all of us, that kind of strategy plan, which can be developed for at least 5 years or 4 years, and then based on it, we can have as committees kind of an operation plans where we make sure that we cover that big strategic plan, and that would help us to know where we're getting to, because we are not talking about simple actions or activities now, where we do kind of a presentation every month or two. That's mainly an action which should be part of an operational plans for each of each committee, which those number of operation plan should get or should achieve or get into achieving the big strategic plan for the whole task. So that's, I think I'm with Dr. Khadija on this, and I think we need to work on this immediately after Ramadan, in order to all of us sit together, work on that strategic plan for a good number of years, and then every committee will set their own, develop their operation plan, and then you, as people who will look after us, can help us to make sure that we are following it up, we are in the right track, and if not, then maybe your support is needed at that time.
Thank you so much, Khalid. Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Probably then, now you helped trigger something here. Why can't we, over the next 5 to 6 weeks, all of us start just some kind of quick brainstorm and taking down notes about what we would like to do in terms of either a long-term strategic plan, as you said, a 5-year plan, or even a short-term plan. And then once we come to meet, inshallah, after Eid al-Fitr holiday, then at least we have got something on paper here that we can start to share together, and then be able to filter all those ideas and come up with something that we are all happy about and can be really implemented and serves the community for the best here. I mean, this is just a suggestion, and
thank you, Dr. Ali. Dr. Waleed, you wanted to add something? Dr. Waleed, you want to add something? You are mute, Waleed. You are mute.
Okay. So yes, collaboration. So we'd like to use some technology for collaboration. So I guess I'm still sharing the screen. So we can work on the strategic plan for all committees, as Dr. Khalid and Dr. Ali have just mentioned, using the Google Drive that we have already. So there is the shared drives. So we can simply go, sorry, I'm on
The admin now.
else. Sorry, I'm on the admin now. So what happens is if you click those waffle shape that shows on the right, on the left, by the way, Microsoft has the same thing. So since we are using Google services, and this is, by the way, very secured, so only us can see that. So I'm going to create a folder, and you can simply go and keep any material, any plan that you create there, and it can be easily for us to review, and that will be simply without sending emails, etc. So just a suggestion.
Thank you, Waleed, so much.
Productivity.
I just want to remind Dr. Khalid now, there is a form has been already prepared to,
Okay.
including operation plan and the strategic plan. I will share it with you, Waleed, to revise it before we launch it, to put it in the shared drive. And there is a space for each committee to add their own goals and the operation plan and what they are going to do in a question of 5 years plan. So it is there, and we will have it, and we will share it together. We can have a question of 6 months or 6 weeks or 7 weeks, as Dr. Ali said. Then each one can add whatever he wants, and it's a very easy one, by the way, and we can do it. And we think we have everything done. Okay, done. Do you have any? Is there any other questions, Rohaina? Do you want to add something, or?
Yes, Dr. Anwar.
Yes, okay. The floor is yours.
With regard to the journal, TESOL, I'd like to request the committee heads and members to help me with the reviewers, because most of them would have studied abroad. They may have their own contacts. At least if one member brings in one reviewer, so we will have at least 20 or 25 reviewers from different parts of the world, which will truly make the journal international. We can make a global impact, as Dr. Ali Al-Isa mentioned.
Okay. We can approach, by the way, some of them, all our friends all over the world, they are happy to, because we are doing the same for them, by the way. And for me, each 2 weeks, they send me a paper for reviewing, and also the same for Dr. Ali. We are reviewing all the time for nothing, by the way, just we participate. It's a question of, it's our academic, duties that we are doing all the time. But no problem.
International community service, basically. But look, I mean, CK, you don't have to have fixed reviewers. Whenever we receive a paper, we can always approach people in random and ask them to do the review for us. Yes, for the editorial team, we definitely need to have a fixed editorial team. But as far as reviewers are concerned, it doesn't have to be a fixed board of reviewers. But yes, I mean, we do have the option, but not necessarily we need to go with that.
Yes, Doctor. We can have an advisory board and editorial board.
Yes, please. Yes, CK.
Yeah. We can have an advisory board and editorial board, so we can have.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can,
absolutely. Thank you so much, CK.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
Rohaina, you want to say something, I believe?
No, thank you, Dr. Ali, and thank you, Dr. Anwar, and all the members. And I think we covered a lot, starting from Dr. Khadija's presentation to all the other committees. And yes, definitely, we will complement each other and will work together and participate in other committees. And, all of us, it's not that, as you mentioned, I remember in the first meeting, that it's not that we are restricted to just one committee, we should participate in others. That was like the initial meeting we had. And we plan to do the same. I would be happy to do a presentation for Professional Development Committee, because I have presented before